Hello, everybody, and welcome once again to Reo TV. I'm your host, as always, Reo, Jack of all fandoms, master of none. Been quite the week already, and we're only halfway through. Fun, isn't it? So anyway, right now you can catch me here on Twitch, as well as live feeds over on YouTube, Facebook, and Kick. So if anybody's out there and wants to interact with the show, just feel free to hit the join button for the Twitch channel. Give me a follow so you know whenever I'm up so you can catch up with me. Otherwise, you can just scream into the void and I should be able to hopefully hear you and talk back. Now, as I was doing on Monday, I was just doing this little nice birthday commission for a friend, our one and only Latara. So, doing her V for Vendetta. Great movie, great book. I'm a big fan of it. You should be too. So let's go ahead and get the tunes going. And where are they? Smokey, where's my tunes? There they are. Cool. Let's rock and roll. Yeah. Nice, some more goth punk synth to set the mood, but it's not a full mood with happening fire music like this without our little guy here in the corner. There we are. Already go rocking and rolling. Getting down with it. Hell yeah. So, let's go ahead and continue on V, shall we? Feeling so jazzed from Monday's show. It was so nice to get so many people just coming in and joining me last half of the show. Felt nice. Hey, there's Latara over here on YouTube. Seeing me. I see you too, Latara. And hopefully everything is going well over there. Hopefully it's not too cold, because I know it is pretty freezing over here in the bay right now. So, hope y'all keeping warm. Of course, you can also keep warm by getting your body moving by partying down like our little guy here. I'm totally feeling it. Yeah. Okay. Let's get the V. So it looks like we did. Alright, yeah, we're on the right track. Oh man, I love how I did these boots. Look at these boots. They look so pristine and nice. I'm so proud of myself for these boots. Look at them boots. Yeah. Can't wait to mess them up. The Tara is in her sleeping bag that goes in her chair. It's nice to be set. Sounds like you're all set against the cold, so that's good. I think we're ready for layer 3 now. Woo! Oh, that's right, we didn't finish the face, did we? We gotta fix that. And that should be the face, right? Just for proper reference. And I actually was going to watch this after I got done with the transmission on Monday, but I was just too damn tired and had to go to work in the morning. It was nice to say that, though, you know? I gotta go to work tomorrow. I gotta make money. Well, in my opinion, it's a nice thing to hear. As one who has been part of the unemployed legion, I can tell you, once you find a job that really fits you and suits you, you don't want to let that thing go too easily. Boy, howdy did I find one. It was nice. Okay, so the eyebrows are black. Good to know. Gonna have to restructure the nose there, though. So let's fix that. I'm gonna have to work on a blush, aren't I? Just realized that. Yeah, that's a terrible nose. And it looks like something else. It looks like a lizard. Also, a special little shout out to everybody who has been giving me feedback over the last few shows recently. So I do appreciate all the input that goes in. And what you think what you guys think of it, and what's working and what's not working, stuff like that. Pardon me. Hey, Takado fan. Glad to see you make it. Oh, you didn't get a notification? Oh, I'll have to look into that and see what's up. Hopefully it's nothing too severe. Maybe just a little glitch. But glad to see you made it. Having a special little commission for our friend Latara. It was her birthday last week, so I wanted to make her a special gift. And one of her favorite characters is V, the Hot Topic 4chan guy. Oh, nice. You got a Facebook notification. That's cool. I see V. Yes, you do. Also known as Epic Fail Guy, for those of us who are old school 4chaners. Week has been good. Thank you, Takado fan. It's been pretty good. Pretty nice. Just enjoying the new job and just overall just being grateful I finally got a good one. Okay, now I think we can do the lair. Good. Thank you. Hopefully you've been having a good week as well. And I hope you're also enjoying our little dancing dude here in the bottom. He's just vibing out to all the cool goth music we got going on. Goth music for one of goth's totally awesome representatives is Mr. Anarchist B for Vendetta. Good boring is still a good boring. I don't even know what that means. I'm just saying stuff. Oh, ha, ha, ha. Yes, that was a Tim Curry laugh. You have entered the Tim Curry laugh zone. Ha, ha, ha. Also, in case anybody was wondering about the music source, tonight is Midnight Darkwave YouTube channel. Go ahead and give them a subscribe if this is totally your thing, and I can tell it already is. This is called Gothic Darkwave Radio. Gothic Radio Darkwave, Cold Wave, 80s Gothic Darkwave, Post-Punk New Wave. It's a good solid 11 and a half hours, so yeah, some good shit there. Real good. Ugh. It scared the music. Alright. I really want to put on the V for Vendetta movie for the stream, but I know I would just get totally jumped and dogpiled by pretty much every lawyer or DMC or copyright strike known to man. Which is ironic. Oh, okay, I forgot. He had those little crow's feet in the eyes. I love that term, crow's feet. I keep thinking when somebody says, "Oh, that Nana's got crow's feet," and she's gonna say, "Hey, look, Sonny," and then she lifts up her skirt, and you see these two gnarly bird claws, just scratching at the floor, picking up bugs. Well, I guess I can't put the crow's feet in here because they're obscured by the hair, but yeah, that totally looks like a nose. It's a rocket ship. I'm trying to know if should I make it like a full solid line for the ridges, or I know it's for the mask still. Yeah, screw it. Might as well. Let's compromise. Yeah, that ain't gonna work. Once again, I'm going this all wrong and not thinking with portals. see here. Want to see a neat trick? No, that's not it. Bear with me here, don't worry. And boom. Perfect synchronicity. Well, you know what I mean. Yeah, it works. So, voila. That's nice. So we're going to set that down and rotate it. Now, let's go ahead and resume. And just kind of work around those. That's all. Yeah. What is that? It's horrible. Look at that. Yeah, it looks a little too fiery. His is more kind of clean cut. Might need to shrink a little bit. There we go. Much better. Just me, or is it getting kind of gothy in here? Yeah. Only a little? Come on. You're right, it's not gothy enough. We gotta do something about that. Now it's a goth dance set. But I digress. One more little turn here. There we go. It's American Goth Party. Yeah, on the catwalk. Yeah. Do my little turn on the catwalk. I know, it sounds almost like it, don't it? Maybe I was the guy who did the I'm Too Sexy song. They need to make a goth version of I'm Too Sexy. Like, I'm too gothic for my cats. I was kind of hoping more of a Peter Steele baritone to it, but I'll take what I can get. No, it was not. Right said Reo. Sadly, I was a wee tiny Reo when that came out. Actually, what's funny about that is there was a Tara says an I'm Too Goth song would be done by the 69 Eyes. I could definitely see that. I saw them over at I think I saw them over at Sick New World a couple of years ago. They definitely got that sound. But getting back to Right Said Fred and the I'm Too Sexy song. Around the same time, I don't know if anybody really knows this besides hardcore super alpha nerds like myself. There was a Punisher movie back in the late 80s, early 90s. I think it was I think it was like 1990 when it came out. And Frank Castle was played by Dolph Lundgren himself, Ivan Drago. Let me reverse that. Played by Ivan Drago himself, Dolph Lundgren. And I think that was like probably my very first time outside of the Masters of the Universe movie where I saw Dolph Lundgren. And I thought he sounded like the Right Said Fred guy whenever he talked. I know it's weird, it's dumb, but you know, it's one of my little childhood things. Like, was that the I'm Too Sexy guy that was blowing every way all the Yakuza members there? I know it's kind of off topic, a little talk about Dolph Lundgren during Goth Music Night, but he really is a gem. And he's in far more stuff too that you really want to appreciate than you realize. Like Johnny Mnemonic. Okay, yes, I did see Clarissa Explains It All and had one of the most awesome theme songs of all time. I know the lyrics by heart. Ferguson, yes. Brother told me as a kid her mom was the same woman who played 7 and 9 in Star Trek. I kind of forgot what her mom looked like. But what's really messed up is I remember what the dad looked like because he later appeared in this movie called Running Scared, which was a Paul Walker, like, fantasy-esque mafia bloody action movie. He wasn't even like a main character, but he was like this like he was like a side quest basically, a side storyline where he was like the husband of this other lady, and they were child abductors, and the whole scene played out with one of the main characters who was a kid getting kidnapped by them, and them trying to get him to. They have this weird playroom filled with all this messed up videos, and you don't even notice it until like one of the other characters comes to rescue him. That the entire floor is coated with a plastic wrapping, and then they look in the little closet, and they have like a gigantic shelves filled with videotapes that have kids' names on them. And the person who rescues the kid is the wife of Paul Walker in the movie, and I'm pretty sure it was the dad because it looked a lot like him from Clarissa Explains It All. And it's such a cool scene too because like she has them all both at gunpoint. She's getting the kid. They tried to have the kid killed because they thought he was going to run away, and she pulled him out. They stuck him in like a little shelf with the plastic wrapping around his head. It was such a fucked up scene. Kid lives, of course. She rescues him, and then she holds a gun. Holds the couple at gunpoint, and she's like, "Give me your phone. Give me your phone." And then she just takes the phone, or one of the mom gives it. The mom really was kind of like the more sinister of the two. But they give her the phone, and she's staring at him with the gun pointed at him. And then, you hear the cop saying, "911, what's your emergency?" He says, "Yeah, I just heard 2 shots in the apartment across the way." And then she hangs up the phone immediately. And then she just blows away the 2, PDFs. She just totally blows away the PDFs, and it was such an it really is a great movie, trust me. That's not even the craziest part of the movie. It's called Running Scared. It was starring Paul Walker. It came out, I think, in 2006. I saw it in theaters. It was so fucking good. I was just totally amazed by it. And I never really expected to be amazed by a Paul Walker movie. If you get a chance, you really should check it out. It's got kind of like a little gothic undertone. But at the same time, it's also one of those kind of gory shotgun to the chest type of action movies. If you know what I'm getting at. Like the ones that they made a lot of those out in the 2000s. But yeah, the dad from Clarissa was the PDF who got just fed full of lead by Paul Walker's wife in the movie Running Scared. See, that's where I'm going with Clarissa Explains It All, Takano fan. That's where I was going with this. But I don't know. Did the Clarissa's mom kind of look like 7 of 9? I don't even recall. Shoot. It's not the dad from Clarissa? Oh man. He looked a lot like him. I mean, almost dead on like him. Damn it, all these years I thought it was the dad from Clarissa who, was when I got blown away, but no. Sent me a picture of what she looked like. Oh, okay, yeah, I can definitely see the Jerry Ryan resemblance. Yeah. Wow, yeah. Plus, that photo has kind of a creepy little, liquid television vibe to it, now that you look at it like this. Latara says it sounds like a crazy movie. Sounds like a panic room. What the panic room wanted to be, kind of. I haven't even seen the panic room, but I can already tell that movie was, from what I've heard, it was pretty tame on gore and really just panicking. But yeah, Running Scared is a really, really good, just hardcore action film, like mafia, mob, and the mobsters aren't even they're one part of it. They're not even the main focus entirely. They're the main storyline, but they're not the main focus. And it's kind of like a fairy tale told through the eyes of a kid whose dad is like a Russian hitman, almost, kind of. It sounds weird when I say it, but you really got to watch it to get the full experience. It's so worth it. Latara says Panic Room could have been better. I heard the second movie was kind of a little bit better with the stuff in it. Buy your Max for gore. You probably wouldn't like the movie Death Sentence then. That was from the guy who made Saw. And it was basically if the guy who made Saw made Death Wish. Oh, let's try. I've never seen the second one. It's... For me, Panic Room is kind of like one of those stylized, trending horror movies. If you know what I mean. Like, you don't really feel like the heart in it. It's just... same cast, she asks. I believe the main character girl, who obviously lived in the first one, makes it back to it. I guess the plot of the second one is they get all the people who survived the previous panic rooms and put them all in one big mega panic room or something like that. There's a million movies called Panic Rooms. So probably even talk about the same Panic Room. Oh, Jodie Foster. Okay, you were thinking of Jodie Foster, not the horror movie Panic Room, where it's like Saw for babies. You know what? My favorite joke about a panic room actually is from an episode of Phineas and Ferb, where what's the sister's name? Shit. Candace. Oh yeah, there's a horror movie based on panic rooms. Or no, it wasn't Panic Room. It was Escape Room. That's what I'm thinking. Shit. That's the horror movie. That's the Escape Room, not the Panic Room. Gah. No, Panic Room with Jodie Foster, I would definitely say label it more as like a just straight up crime suspense thriller, not like a mafia movie. Why was I thinking Escape Room this whole time? But yeah, going back to Phineas and Ferb. Favorite joke. I'm a big fan of visual jokes, like little subtle things in the background. South Park used to do that really good back in the day before they just said, "Oh, we're just going to make everything look exactly like us." But anyway, there's an episode where Candace apparently she has her little tiny bunker panic room, and the screenshot's been around. And she's like clutching a teddy bear, like just totally having a nervous breakdown. And at the other end of the room, there's a little framed doily on the wall that just says "Panic Room," and I just love that. I thought that was hilarious. If I had a panic room, I would totally have like a little embroidered doily with just the name of the room. Like Rio's room. Or the boiler. The cutting room. So I was so to answer Latara's question about the second Panic Room, there was no sequel to Panic Room. I was thinking the Escape Room this entire time. So I'm just the dumbass. Tara says your gore threshold is pretty meh. You saw all the Hostel movies. High Tension is great. Necromantic is hilarious. You would love to meet my sister, and she is such a horror hound. I know I'm awesome too, but so is my sister. She's got the more hardcore horror knowledge, whereas I'm more straightforward geek knowledge. And she's got, I mean, I think you'd probably love her. She's awesome, totally awesome. Actually, one of my fondest memories of us watching horror movies was when I was like 4. We would sometimes sneak into the TV room at night and watch Creepshow on VHS. And Creepshow 2. It was like at the middle of the night. Everybody else was asleep, and we would just go down. Me and my siblings, my sisters, and we just watched Creepshow. And I was 4 years old, and I believe she was 6, and Ellen was 8. So yeah, the best time for an impressionable youth to watch friggin' Creepshow. I don't believe I would be the man I am today if it weren't for what my siblings did for me, and I appreciate that. Watching hardcore horror gore movies at the tender age of 4 to 6 made me the man I am today. Oh, you were watching the one where it had him and Ted Danson. Ted Danson was the dude that he buried up to his neck, and he became like a seaweed man. Latara says, creeps, how? How indeed. I think my favorite creep show segment from the first movie would be actually... well, that's definitely one of my top... They're all really good, really. I can't choose between my children. They're all really good segments, but my personal favorite to watch is the one with the roaches near the end, where this rich dude who's like totally sealed him off. He's like a total germophobic rich guy who runs the companies and shit like that, and he looks like Larry from the Three Stooges. and he's all of a sudden his apartment building, his penthouse, which is like hermetically sealed and shit like that, and he's got like little radios and video cameras to watch everybody who comes in and out, just gets flooded with cockroaches. And like one of the best jump scare scenes ever was like he's still, he's being invaded by the cockroaches, and of course he sees the bed moving, and as you normally do, you go to it and approach it because what else is going to be in there? And then he throws off the covers of the bed, and it's a giant mound of cockroaches, and right then and there they do like a little freeze frame of his head. He's looking all shocked, and they put like a big comic book frame made out of little cartoon cockroaches all around him, and he's got like black or a red background, and it's the most hilarious thing ever. I loved it. And then of course they kill him, and at the very end you find his body is just stuffed with cockroaches, and they all bust out of his chest and shit. It was awesome. But Latara says, you did that too at a babysitter's house with the older kids. Sometimes the older kids are pretty cool. So, yeah, that's my upbringing, was horror movies all the time. Well, Tara says she has Franz Kafka turning into a bug. That is so Kafka-esque. Ma'am, no meat touching. I believe home movies. I think that was actually what's the one? What was it? Which one was the Adult Swim one where they were all like ska and they were like Mission Hill? That was it. I believe it was from Mission Hill, that the no meat touching joke. That is so tough to ask. What's funny is I actually thought that was a Simpsons joke up until I refound it like a few years ago. Latara loves her some Squiggle Vision. I do too. You know, the guy who made home movies is the guy who also did Metalocalypse. Hey, Brendan, come here, come here. I wanna talk to you about something, Brendan. Come here. Tell her a joke for you, but no, it's okay. Went to bingo with your sister tonight and she was eating pork chops they were serving. We played a bingo at a bar, so bar food, and I'm like, why are you eating Doug's dog? Dear Journal. Turns out pork chop was actually good. I miss my dog. Morbid, sorry. Hey, Doug. Hey there, Douglas. Want to try out this hooker that I have rented for 12 hours? Very expensive. Thanks, Takata fan. You have a good night too, and hopefully I will see you on Friday's show. You have a good night though, but thanks again for stopping by. It's always a pleasure. Tara says Coach McGurk in home movies is Bob. No, pork chop. Yes, pork chop is dead. I mean, technically he would be dead already anyway, because dogs really only live like 20 years, but, you know. I miss my wife, Tails. Yeah, he's also Archer. Coach McGurk is Bob from Bob's Burgers and Archer. Yeah. John H. Benjamin, or H. John Benjamin. That's the guy. He's done a lot. You'd be surprised, Latara. Like he's done. He was in actually one of the Star Trek shorts when Voyager, or not Voyager, Discovery came out. He was apparently the guy. He played the guy who invented Tribbles. His character. It was pretty funny. It was a funny short. And the convenience store jerk and Family Guy. Yep. Love him. And fun little connection if you didn't already make that connection already. But Home Movies was not the first Squiggle Vision. That was Dr. Katz, or professional therapist. And Dr. Katz's son, I think his name was Chris, was played by H. John Benjamin. Of course it fits, yeah. I think that's actually Dr. Katz is where he got his start. Because, you know, the guy who made Dr. Katz ended up making Home Movies later. And that's why, if you go back and watch Dr. Katz and then you watch Home Movies, there's a lot of voice actors who were on both shows. Because they were just so closely associated with the creators of both. Well, not the creators, but I think one of the animators who was on Dr. Katz ended up doing Home Movies. So, you know. But they're all like good friends and stuff like that. Hence why Coach McGurk is also Dr. Katz's son. You see what we got going on here? This is called alpha nerding. Jack of all fandoms, master of none. Tara misses old Comedy Central. I really do miss the old style Comedy Central myself, yeah. You know, when every single episode on the air of one day wasn't like reruns of The Daily Show in South Park. Not that South Park isn't good, but it's kind of what it's to Comedy Central now what Teen Titans Go is to Cartoon Network, and SpongeBob is to Nickelodeon. They just fill up all their airtime with their episodes. You know? I mean, I'm not trying to like disparage South Park or anything, or SpongeBob, but yeah, it's kind of like the ones they just stuck in their veins and like, yep, just let that drip. Just let that drip for all eternity. Got a squeaky chair. Happens on Pluto TV a lot. I think the entire concept of Pluto TV channels is basically that for each specific show that was popular at one point, because they literally have a SpongeBob channel, they literally have a South Park channel, they literally have like, I think they have a Loud House channel, something like that. Just like, it's nothing but those shows. I know they have a Ninja Turtles channel too, which is cool, but still. Oh, I'm liking this song. bugging me. Tara says, huge blocks of stuff. It drove me nuts. I actually kept on salt because it's so laggy. It is laggy. It's laggy like a bitch. It's so... Every time I'm in the middle of a good, like, Kamen Rider episode, it just starts buffering and it pisses me off. Which sucks because it's like really only one of the good sources of Kamen Rider shows right now. And the original Japanese Power Rangers, too. I know I'm not going to finish this tonight, but that just means you get to listen to more goth music on Friday. Yay! Wonder if I should make like a little mopey goth version of my Reo avatar here for we do goth music night. Like a crap ton of eyeshadow and like some Hot Topic shirts. Let's have him look totally depressed. Now that might hit a little close to home. Well, that's cool, Tara. No worries. So, Latara, you say you're a pretty big gore hound, right? Have you ever watched Tokyo Gore Police? Hopefully that perks up your attention. Because if you want a gory movie, that is like mwah, chef's kiss. Like one of the best gory for gory's sake horror movies ever. Horror action sci-fi. I mean, it says pretty much everything on the title. So you haven't seen it? No. Well, let me tell you this. You can find the trailer for it pretty easily. And if that doesn't whet your appetite for that movie, then I don't know what will. Oh, Gantz. Gantz is good for live action. But, I mean, it's got some good gore, but I'm still holding my ground that Tokyo Gore Police is one of the best, like, splattercore gore movies of all time. Right up there with Terrifier, I would say. Although it's kind of more cartoony gore, whereas Terrifier is just straight up gore porn, so... Can't do Terrifier. Well, I mean, I totally see why. I have not really brought myself to watch it either. I saw little bits and pieces, literally, and that's all I needed. So, it's like, nope. Stephen King's It, I wouldn't really say gory or really gory at all, but still it's got the Tim Curry factor. Yes. You can't go wrong with a good hammy Tim Curry. Save check. You know, I could definitely listen to this for 11 hours. Killer Clown. Tara says Killer Clowns as a child was a terrible movie. It was a choice. I'll give it that. Apparently, it was also the very first movie Christopher Titus was in. He was, I guess, near the beginning of the movie, he was like this nerdy teen with glasses making out with a girl in a car when they watched the clown circus ship crash land on the Earth or something like that. Okay, Latara, so Killer Clowns was not a good choice, but what about Insane Clowns that are in a posse? I think those are some clowns that are quite entertaining myself. Wouldn't have made it through high school without them. Well, that and anime, but still, you know. Tara says, sorry, I was eating popcorn is loud. Right, were I teasing 5? Who's 5? Why would I tease a 5? Where did you lose me, Latara? Totally understandable. Popcorn is both tasty, crunchy, and loud. Oh, was I teasing you? No. No. No, I never tease you, Latara. Come on. You're the coolest kid in school. Why would I tease you? I was asking, since you didn't like killer clowns from outer space, I was asking you. You may not like killer clowns, but what about insane clowns who are in a posse? Whoop whoop. Ah, I knew it. Knew you were a juggalo. Their shows are flashy, yeah. I actually was at. I managed to make. I finally got to an ICP show in Sacramento some years back. One of the very few times they were out here on like the West Coast. It was exciting. If you've never seen them live, it's a really exciting show, and you do feel the vibe from all the other fans there, from all the juggalos. Like nobody's trying to like pick a fight or nothing like that. Just everybody all vibing on clowns, and they do the performances on stage with like props and costumes and shit. It was awesome. And then they actually started throwing the bottles of Faygo, and these were the 2 liters, not like the little 20 ounces. And this was at the Ace of Spades in Sacramento. I do have some photos. I think I might have some footage of it too. But when the show really got started kicking, Shaggy and Jay were both just lobbing like 2-liter bottles of Faygo across the whole venue. Some of them actually almost started hitting the back wall over by the bar area, because it's kind of a small-ish venue, but still. Yeah, there was a bar towards the back, and there was the bartender girls were kind of getting a little terrified. So yeah, I can tell it's a fun show when people get frightened. He had a CD with them, which had Slipknot and Tech Nine from Frontage from 2000. I think I've seen a CD like that, like around like back when Sam Goodies and FYE was still a thing. Oh, hey, got some chat over on YouTube. The Geek Claire podcast, by the way. Welcome to the show. Hope you're enjoying it. Thanks for the follow. Will I stream tomorrow during the Fire Aid concert? I didn't even know that concert was going to be happening this quick. And sadly, no. I have other stuff priorly engaged, and I am going to be doing a long shift at work as well. So by the time I get home, I'm pretty sure the concert was going to be halfway done anyway. So. And also, speaking of clowns, the Geek Claire podcast says, speaking of clowns, did you see David Howard Thornton's Joker's Asylum? Is that what we're asking? I don't think I've heard about that one. I've heard about the People's Joker, and that one kind of really bombed. Which is ironic, don't you think? And Latara says you found it in a jeweled case, totally ripped. Wait, so Latara, you mean the jeweled case had like a 6-pack of abs, or what? Also, shout out to the Geek Claire podcast, which is hosted by my good buddy Donnie, who was my cohort when we were doing the Nerdle Soup podcast. Oh, Joker's Audition, a fan film called Joker's Wild. Don't think I've heard about that. Thanks for the shout out. Oh, that's alright. It was saying the CD was oh, it was a bootleg CD. Okay. Totally sharpied up, crappy plastic. I got some pretty good anime opening theme soundtracks via being totally ripped and sent to me in little crappy plastic when I was in high school. So it is a process that I forever cherish and totally think should be continued. Now I know these aren't the same song that keeps playing, but they do really sound alike. Anyway, let's see where we're at here with Mr. V. Road gifts are good too, says Latara. Yes, they are. Sometimes the highway blesses you with a gift. That's what we're talking about, right? Like when you just find random CDs on the road. Save check. Let's see here. Sarah says you once found a whole DVD black multi-case full of DVDs. Nice. All bootlegs, of course, but still, you don't look a gift road in the mouth. Come on. That's still a treasure. It might be all full of dirty, like literally dirt encrusted CDs, and probably full of dust, and all the slipcases are probably like bent up and crinkled, but yeah, it's still a gift. Shout out to Dallas over on Facebook. Thank you for the like. Also, shout out to Jared on Facebook who liked my answer to a question. So what are you, some kind of hell of a boss? Also, it was full of mostly Star Trek and X-Files and that's a pretty damn good case right there. Even if it is bootleg, that's a lot of good shit right there. So what we're going to do now is start the best part. Well, the second best part. The second best part is coloring. Best part is shading. Latara, you junked the obligatory Parn? Aw. Pardon. When you junk stuff like that, you're just crushing their dreams. Boop. There we go. As you were more surprised that there wasn't more of that included since it was by a high school. I mean, maybe some of the high school kids already found it and they kind of rated it. And they just left it there for someone else to find. Whatever they picked clean out of it. You know, like vultures, buzzards. You know, they just get all the good giblets and then they just leave the rest of the carcass for someone else. But then someone else might be like a little tiny, like, meat frog who thinks like a carcass is like the bestest thing ever because it's so much bigger than what they normally get. And I don't know where I'm going with this analysis, so I'm just going to keep coloring. Heathens, yes, they are. So, probably gonna use a lot of black for this one, but still. Maybe do a lot of. I'm gonna try my hand at highlighting for this picture, because what else am I gonna do? Shade it even blacker. Now feel like I'm kind of at an impasse. His costume is nothing but black, and how am I gonna do this? I'm sorry, little tuckered out from today's activities. I think I got something figured out here. Maybe. Wild idea. Okay, so let's try this. There we go. Tara says, Jack went to go get the mail. It was like 11 at night, and it was taking a while, so we're getting curious. She just poked his head out the door, comes running our rep, crushing the case like it was a holy grail. And why wouldn't you? Come on. It's a literal treasure trove of wonderfulness. It was a blessing from the Lord. So we're going to hide that for now. So let's get the real colorings here. Jack closed the door and he was like, best road gift ever. I mean, it's hard to argue with that. I think the closest I came to something like a road gift as good as that was I found like a CD case full of like some Limp Bizkit CDs and Korn, and this is back when I was still really into nu metal. But It had like a one Slipknot CD, and I just tossed that away because. Slipknot, blah. I'll stick with. I'll stick with good old 311, thank you. That's not supposed to happen. That is how. I think I'll make the interior of the cape a little bit brighter, just to give it some kind of contrast. And sip check. Sarah says, usually road gifts aren't nearly that good. It's usually change, candy, or counterfeit money. That that is rude. Are you talking about those, you think you found a 20 and then you grab it and it's like, Jesus loves you more than money itself, or some other crap like that. I've had that happen a couple times. It pissed me off. Or was it just straight root fake money, just fake money, like it's Monopoly. Either way, it's still rude when they do that. Definitely feel sorry. I'm feeling for you. Feeling for you for that one. Now we get into the good stuff. Oh, wow, you got the Jesus money and actual counterfeit money? Wow. I don't know if that's like good luck or just worse luck or what. Like all at the same time? Ah, two separate incidences. Yeah. Hey, it wasn't just like, oh shucks, this is a fake dollar. This is a fake 20. Oh, there's another 20. It's on the floor right here before me. I mean, surely that can't happen more than once. Strange coincidence. Oh, dang it is another fake dollar. Oh, well, what about this third one that's over here? No, I'm not doing an impression of you, Latara. But if you want to think it's me doing an impression, yes, sure. Two different walks, a few days apart. That is rather serendipitous, if you will. Well, not serendipitous. I don't know what the word is for that. Why do I all of a sudden get the urge to go on some internet image board and start having a flam war over stuff? Ugh. And save check. Where are we at as far as the time frame? 2:07. Wow. Well, hate to really cut this short for tonight, but I'm really getting like just sleepy. I think today took more energy out of me than I thought it did. So my apologies. I will, however, be back on Friday because I am a man of my word. I'm a man of my word. I said what I said, and I meant what I said, and I said what I meant. And Reo is faithful 100% or something like that. So, So before I crash in the real world, I would like to thank everybody who stopped by tonight to catch up on Reo TV and to watch me draw and talk about Gothic stuff. I always have fun when everybody comes on and takes part of the conversation. Thank you to Geek Claire Podcast for also engaging the chat with me over here on the YouTube multi-stream. And of course, wonderful thank you to my friend Latara, who is always there and supportive of the show, as well as Takato Fan, who is also one of our best super fans. So, these venture into voraciousness of viscosity of, I don't know, whatever, some other word for color that starts with a V, shall continue on Friday. Until then, thank you to everybody who tuned in on Twitch, on the YouTube multi-stream, the Kick multi-stream, and the Facebook feed as well. I have been your host, Reo, Jack of all Phantoms, Master of None, and I'm going to have to call it a night for now, but thank you once again for tuning in to Reo TV, and I will see you next time. You all have a good night and get some well-deserved rest, and hopefully I will do the same. All right. I'll see you next time. Peace. Dance us out, little guy.